Hi, Lee Jackson, a professional speaker and presentation coach, also known as a PowerPoint surgeon here. I've just got a little treat for you today. I've been contacting, as I use projectors all the time when I'm speaking and doing stuff, I thought I'd actually have a look at some that you might be interested in using. So I'm just going to unbox the Optoma ML 750, which is a very special little projector. So let's just have a little look at that and why it might make a big difference. The main thing that makes a difference is the size of the thing. So here we go. The Optoma here, and okay, power lead, one of these 3-prong cord, I don't even know what they call, but one of those special power leads, just so you know. And then this is what makes it special. Look at the size of that. It is tiny. So I'm gonna have a little look. There we go. I'll try and keep it all in shot for you. That's great. Look at the size of that thing. So this is not the smallest one. It's not a tiny little Pico projector, but this is like a new kind of projector, a sort of mid-range LED projector that may actually have some use, because it will just literally pop into your laptop bag. So, so made by Optoma. It's got manual focus there that you can see, which is always good. I quite like a manual focus rather than having to press the buttons all the time. And at the back of it, you can see you can put a micro SD into it. You can put a HDMI and the universal thing, which I'll show you in just a moment, as well as a USB socket and a tiny little fan by the looks of it, and then the power supply there. So a tiny little thing. Let's have a little look at what else you get in the packet. So you get a, oh gosh, don't want to drop that. You get a nice little thin remote, which you can use as a clicker when you connect it up, as well as the power supply, which is fairly standard. And then you get the lead that clicks into the back. So it comes out as a VGA cable, your standard VGA, which is starting to become a bit obsolete, but I still use them a lot. I carry a HDMI and a VGA these days, and it goes in as this little connector here. So it goes in the back as a universal connector. We will have a look at that, and I will look at actually what it looks like and the brightness of it. Obviously it's not going to be as bright as a full-size projector, but it may be a different option, something that may be useful for us as speakers or for you in the business world. Let's have a look. Okay, so we've had a quick look at the unboxing of the Optoma ML 750, so I'm just going to actually attach it to my laptop now and see what it looks like just here where we are right now. So let's have a look. Okay, so just plugged it in down there and got it set up, and a nice little feature I see is it's got the little leg there, which is a nice screw in, which makes it much more durable than the ones with the button that tend to fall off and get snapped pretty easily. So well done Optoma on that, that's a nice one. So I'm going to plug that in, tip on the power button and see what happens. There we go. Let's move the boxes out of the way. So I'll just focus it in. Just looking for a signal. So I'm just going to plug it in. So using the special lead that comes with it, which comes out as an audio lead and, as shown, a VGA. So I'm just going to plug in the VGA into my Mac connector. It's very difficult to do with only one hand. There we go. And we can do that screwing in thing that I like to do on VGAs. So plug it into my laptop ready. Ready to plug in. Let's see whether it picks it up straight away. There we go. Fantastic. You simply plugged it in and it was there, ready to plug in. Really good. So just have a look at the focus. Look at that. There's a manual focus there. So as you can see, there we are. You can focus that. You can go pretty small. And we can extend it out and we'll look at it what it looks like at a slightly larger. Yeah, pretty good. It's very difficult to tell in the video, obviously, because you can't see the quality of it, but I'd say it has a bit of a pinky tinge to it, which is not great, but that can be looked at, of course, and I'm just going to look at the settings and just reset the settings. But according to my laptop, it used pretty well there, so let's just try it again. I'm using it with Keynote, as you can tell. So I'll just start it up one more time. And yeah, it seems to be working well. With it being so small, it's really strange actually being so small. But yeah, you can move it around so quickly. It's pretty quiet. Can you hear the fan? I'm just going to check the menu on this. I'm going to use the remote. So let's find the remote for that. And we'll look at the menu. So yeah, it's great. Okay, so here's the menu now. So I'm just going to look at the menu and see what we've got. I'll make sure I'm going to do a little reset on it. So you have to hold the remote quite close to the back just to get recognised actually. And there we go. Just going to do a factory reset on it. Check the colouring of it. Now my wall is not perfectly perfect, so I just want to make sure that we can check that out from there, that I'm not yeah, it's got a nice little menu there. You can various things that offers viewer, but really for me, you know, ultimately all the bells and whistles I'm not bothered about. I just want to know, is it a good projector? Is it worth buying? Is it worth taking into events that I do? Okay, so we'll have a little look into the display modes and video setup. It's got your ratio. Great. So hopefully that's going to just pick up my laptop again and we can start again. So as long as I've got a laptop, I'll unplug it. With a Mac, you sort of unplug it and plug it back in. It works really well. Just going to double check the VGA is connected. Great. And now I should just be able to check the source now. So that's the internal. Looking at the internal memory, which of course you can put an SD card into. But really, like I said, I'm looking for absolute basics here. So I'm going to go for source. And just go to my VGA and see what it looks like. Again, it seems to have a bit of a tinge to it. Yeah, it's pretty good. And this room is fairly dark. So that's pretty good, and it's obviously movable. But I wouldn't say that it'd be okay for a sort of conference size room. So if you've got 20, 30 people, or you're just presenting in a smaller room, but I definitely wouldn't say that it's going to be bright enough to take somewhere much larger. As the brighter you do it, this sort of starts to fade away just a little bit. But for the size of this thing, and remember, I just put it into context, I'll just put it in my hand. For the size of this thing, it is amazing new technology. If you put it real close, it does look very good. The further away you get, obviously, the technology and the size of it affects the size of it, but great. So if you need something small for a quick presentation, this is a lovely little thing. It's quiet, good value for money, and works really well. So thanks Optoma, that's great. Look forward to seeing what other things you have in store. So that's the Optoma ML 750 LED DLP projector. It's really nice and small, and does a great little job for what it is. Not big enough for a large presentation, but or in a room that's full of light, but definitely would be good for the small one, like I said.